Hello, hello, Plannerets. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me in today's live stream where I'm going to do a nice little flip through of all the new Hobonichi planners that I will be using for 2026. Now, if you are here in the live chat, make sure to say hello. And of course, if you are watching on replay, hello as well. Type Team Replay in the comment section. Now, I have changed my planning system for the new year, and I thought it would be a helpful way to show you the weeks, Hobonichi Weeks, the original A6 and the cousin A5 all in one place. So this is not going to be a tutorial on how to set things up. It's just really a way for us to hang out while I walk you through how I'll be easing into these planners for the new year. So if you're ready, grab your planner or a cup of tea or coffee if you want to plan along with me. Let's go. For those of you who are new here, well, hello. Thank you so much for taking a few moments of your precious time to join me and the Plannerettes in the chat right now. I am Marianne, and through my own planning, habit tracking, self-care, well-being, and hopefully some new creative stuff that I will want to do for the new year, you can get inspiration and ideas regardless of what planner you have. So it's not so much the type of planner, the brand, or the size, but hopefully in essence, we can pick things up from each other and be intentional with our day, our week, and our month, and making sure we are putting ourselves on top of that list. So if you are here in the live chat right now, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And if this is your first time in the live, type in new so myself and the beautiful Plannerettes can welcome you in. Let's go check it out. Let's see who's here. Hello, Susan. Susan says, I'm not using a Hobonichi this year, maybe next year. So yes, so for me, I tried Hobonichi back in 2024. I didn't stick with it. I thought I wanted to stick with the Hobonichi all for the same year, but I don't know whether it's age and I'm getting nostalgic. I want to be able to have a place where I can flip back through the days of memory keeping, as well as noting little things that I would otherwise forget now that, brain fog is trying to set in. Christina, hello, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Jan, hello, Jan is new. Hooray! Thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate you being here. And if you have any questions, any comments, let us know. Share your own thoughts about your own planning system. We love getting ideas from each other. And a lot of us who have been in the live chat actually share so many different things that I would not otherwise think of. They would not otherwise think of. That is why sharing is caring. Let's go. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start showing you the 3 Hobonichi planners that I purchased. Now, originally, I only purchased, so don't look at the cover yet, because the cover is from 2024. But I originally purchased the A5, which is the cousin, and I thought I'd stick to that. But Black Friday sale got me. It pulled me in. There was a 20% discount on my local stationery retail store. And I thought, well, we might as well go get knocked the camera. Which one did I get first? I think I got both. I got the Hobonichi original, which is an A6, as well as the Hobonichi Weeks. Who else is here? Well, hello there, Sheila. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. How are you? Hello, hello. Positive changes. Are they new? I'm seeing the handle names differently. Are you from another account? I just want to make sure, because if is this something new that YouTube is doing? I don't know. Now, also this one, Tamran Ressa. Is that you, Tracy? I'm getting confused with all these different names. Or is it, or is my brain playing tricks on me? Let me know, let me know. Anyway, so let us go. What I'm going to start off with is the Hobonichi Weeks. Okay, so let me put the other 2 aside so we don't get distracted and we're keeping on top of things. All right, so this is the nice small portable one that I see a lot of Hobonichi planners, using for many different things. So the way I'm going to use mine may be different to daily plannings that a lot of the accounts or YouTubers that you might see. I'm actually going to use mine for my mood logging. So it's a nice slim size. I've already actually added a few things in there that's making it look chunky. Now, I love me a chunky planner. It just feels like it's lived in, that I'm actually doing something. And so really important. So let's have a look. Sheila says, I'm using the same one, but you never had the 71 in there. That's really weird. And yes, it's Tracy as well. Okay. Am I going crazy? Or is this the handle name is coming up? Okay. I thought so, my darling. YouTube is changing our handles for some reason. Isn't that weird? Let's go and have a check. I wonder if mine will say my name, or how when you first sign up, you have all these funny, you choose a handle name, but I think you can change it. But I'll check out if YouTube is having some sort of glitch. Normally, when something like this happens, they're making changes in the back end, and I think they are, because soon you can live stream at the same time both landscape or vertical landscape and vertical at the same time. Maybe they're making changes and all these different things are showing up. Ooh, indeed, right? Yeah, so ooh, indeed. Okay, so as long as I'm getting everybody right, that is why it's so important to have a memorable avatar picture, or else Marianne's brain's going to glitch and go, what's going on? All right, so the Hobonichi Weeks is a nice slim one. So if you are wanting to use something small that is portable, if you do go work outside of the home and you need something that's small, that's not going to take up a lot of room in your bag, because of course, bigger planners require bigger bags. Bigger bags means you're going to put more things in there. It's going to get heavy. Your shoulder's going to get hurt from, your the handle of your handbag. So those are the things that to think of if yet you do not know what planner you are wanting to be using for the new year. But do actually let me know in the chat right now, are you sticking with the current planning system you have? If so, let me know what it is, brand, the size, or are you like me going, I need a change, I need to spark some new creativity and new joy in my planning. I love a chunk. Me too, right? I love a chunky monkey planner too. It just, I don't know what it is about it. It's just the girth of the planet. It just feels like, hey, look at me. I'm being productive. I'm doing stuff. I'm writing things down in a planner, right? I love it. Hello there, Irene. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Yes, I think so too, Tracy. They're making changes as well. But your brain is really good, Marianne. Look, it is Monday, 5 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. I've been up since 3:30. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I did my morning routine already, when normally I faff about on my phone, scrolling until it's time to, put my face on and get ready and turn on all the lights. So I'm quite proud of myself. Yes, thank you to Tracy for my brain is helping me. You know what it is? Probably sleep. Yep, I had some good sleep. So thank you so much. All right. So I really like the slim size, but this is where I'm going to log my mood. So let's get on with it, Marianne. Stop chitter-chatting and just do the flip through. Hobonichi Weeks in the dot print. I also purchased the plastic cover over it. It is a hard case cover, or a hard cover, but I do like having a plastic sheet over it, because sometimes my desk can get messy. We might spill some ink on there, and I want to protect the cover. So I think I purchased the cover, the plastic cover, way back at the end of 2023 when I first used Hobonichi. So I didn't buy it new, but the Hobonichi itself. So inside there's this little card that came, I think it came with this cover. So it just talks about the artist. And so I thought, because it's a nice bright pink, let's keep that in there. Why not? pop color. So even just if you have cardstock or printed or block color, just cut it up into whatever size. If there's little pockets, cut it up. Add some pop-up color, add little transparent stickers. I think this one is from a Happy Planner sticker set. And then also, now I actually don't use the washi tape here because I'm not portable. I'm not traveling anywhere apart from here to the lounge, to the kitchen, to the bedroom, to the bathroom. And so, but if you do travel and you want to make sure you have washi tapes handy, cut yourself a little plastic sheet. So this, I think, was just an offcut from a laminated sheet, but you know, any plastic packaging to the size of a credit card or a debit card, round off the corners so then you don't stab yourself with that spiky corner, and then wrap around your favorite washi tapes, you know, a few times so you have a couple of meters or a meter on there, so then enough for you to, you know, maybe decorate a couple of spreads the width of your planner dimensions. And then if not, do like me and just, you know, do that as a decoration. All right, just pop that in there. Let's quickly have a look at the chat. I love this. I love it when you guys talk to me. I don't feel so lonely so early in the morning. To Tracy, see, I just have to make sure now that the name is, I'm using again Laurel Denise Nancy Planner, my cloth and paper horizontal, my Franklin Covey Classic for work, and my Franklin Covey Compact as my everyday planner. Overall, it's going to be the same. I love that. You know, if something works, stick with it, because sometimes if you're like me who does like to change things up all the time, it can create friction, the stopping, the starting, and building new muscle memory on where, you know, your layout is here and there. That can also cause a lot of stress. So it's important that if something is working really well, stick with it. If you start to find that, you know, you're not opening your planner as often, it's staying on the shelf, or it's gathering dust, or there's been weeks where you haven't touched it at all, then that is when, like me, you go and change things up a bit. Oh no, Hobonichi is no longer my friend. I tried for over 4 years with it and barely use it for some reason. And remember also, it depends on the season we're in, not so much the weather season, but our lifestyle, you know, the amount of work or commitments that we have. Certain layouts no longer, you know, serve you. And so it is important that you recognize that it's not something that's fitting within the lifestyle that you have, or the way your brain works. We're not supposed to, you know, stick with something that if it's not working and we're trying to, you know. So yeah, we can say goodbye to some old friends, and maybe later down the track they can come back. Now this little thing here, the Hobonichi Weeks comes with this little plastic pocket, so it has a double-sided adhesive, so you can go and stick it into the front cover of your planner, or you can put it at the back. Now here's a little thing. If you want to decorate your dashboard, I've just cut this. I think this was a leftover. This is how old it is. This cardstock is a leftover from my wedding invitation that I made myself. So, you know, when you make wedding invitations, you buy lots of stock so you don't run out. And so I think this little cardstock, and then a Happy Planner, stickers, photo of me, hubby, probably from 12 years ago, and then those are my little boys when they were babies. So he's 18 now, he's 16, both taller than me. But I just love that because the nice pop of color. And yeah, just add little stickers, make it fun. And so the great thing with this is if you don't do any stickers on the cover pages, you can interchange it. So if you get bored with something, cut up another cardstock, put on some more new fresh stickers, put on some new photos. And so that is a really good way for you to update the little dashboard that you have, or the cover page, okay? But I did put here, now these stickers, these florals individual stickers, I think I got it here from Kmart here in Australia. They're slowly starting to have a section for planning, and so I rarely use them because I don't use floral stickers much, or at least, you know, this size sticker. And so I thought, you know what, I don't want to bombard that page with too much stuff, and this is when this cardstock can come in and you can interchange things a lot. Hello there, Slice Deluxe. Nice to see you. Greetings from Hamburg in Germany. Now, remind me again, is this your first time? Because the YouTube is making funny things with everyone's handle. If not, you also deserve a nice warm welcome. Thank you so much for joining. As I was saying, by having a little cardstock like this, you can interchange. You know, you can swap it for the season, especially the holiday season. If you want to make it festive, maybe get a cardstock that's, you know, red and green, or for when it's Easter or your Thanksgiving, for those of you in the US. That's beautiful. It's really personalizing it for you. Exactly. So, you know, if you have lovely photos of your family or your furry friends, it's a nice little one, and you can, you know, do different ones for both sides. So I think this one I wanted to, back when I did first create, this actual thing has gone with me from when I worked outside of the home and I decorated my little cubicle. I think I created this back in 2017. This is how old this little card of, you know, stickers and photos. And I think this is when we wanted to get out of debt, and so we're making, you know, financial goals a big priority. So that's a little tip for you, because I know whether you have a Hobonichi or any type of planner and you do want to create a nice little dashboard, whether you have a ring planner, a happy planner classic, you know, it's nice to have these, what they call little dashboards or dividers, to just add in your own personality, because a lot of planners are just very simple. You know, you've got your weekly, your calendar, your daily, your list, your goals tracker. But what makes it you is the way you decorate it aesthetically, okay? So let me just get water, all right? And then this is a Filofax magnetic clip, so I just keep that in there, just handy, okay? So that's the first one, just by itself. Let me just actually zoom in a little bit so we can get a little bit better. Hello, Brenda. How are you? Nice to see you. So yes, YouTube is doing something really new. Hopefully it's exciting for me as a content creator, and I'm thinking it might be their new setup of being able to go live at the same time, vertical and and horizontal. It's like the left and right. Which one's my left? Which one's my right? Vertical and horizontal. Okay, so how are you, Brenda? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, my darling. Okay, so that's that one. So that's pretty cute on itself. I would be happy to be opening my planner to that. Now, I see others are being sort of like having a look slowly, not trying to drive myself crazy, looking at different accounts and seeing how they set up their you know, their planners. And so here, because, you know, when I go look through my stash, I found these stickers that I rarely use, so they're individual washi like tape stickers. And so what I did is I just, you know, put the first one, I think I laid the big stickers first, and then the medium size, and then filled it in with the small ones in between. And I think that's quite lovely. I'm not normally a printed kind of a planner girl, even whether it's my clothes. I'm not normally a floral print. Now, the thing that I will do, which I think I've seen others do, is they put a vellum paper, whether it's a printed vellum paper, because I can feel some of these stickers, the corners of it are peeling, because these are probably you know, a couple of years old, and sometimes the stickiness, once you peel it off, no longer works because the stickiness stays on top of the other one. So what I'm thinking, I have some spare vellum paper. I'll cut it to size, and then I might add a nice little maybe floral washi, so then it goes over it, so it has a nice hazy cloudy effect and protects the stickers, because I'd hate for them to start peeling. Now I won't be most likely be opening up your planner to this anyway, but I'd hate for them to to peel and then wreck this, and you get that sticky residue. So there's that one. So that's another nice little decorating. Have a look at your washi tape or your sticker stash. You know how sometimes when you buy a sticker pad and you use up all the ones that you use normally for your productivity, for your planning, but then there are some stickers that don't fit in. The great thing with all those stickers that don't fit in or not part, no longer part of a theme set or a set, is when you put them all together, the the eclecticness of them will make a great little layout. So have a think, have a look at, flip through your sticker stash, have a look, if there's one or two left on one sheet of sticker paper, maybe you can lay it down on a page on your planner that's looking a little bit plain. Okay, so that's really good. Let's quickly check. Tracy says, I even noticed the way YouTube displays content creator name is different now. You have to click on the picture to access the overall account. Oh, yes. Sometimes when they do make these changes, or the graphic design, or all the designers and all the people that's involved with that, they don't see all the different things their program and coding affects until it goes live. And so I think that might be it. But Tamara, I'm calling you Tamara. Tracy says, I love floral, so that floral page is beautiful. Yeah, I actually was quite surprised myself. I'm going, oh, that looks really nice. And so I might incorporate more floral themes in my setup. And then the Hobonichi Weeks, you've got the 2026 calendar on one spread, important dates 25 and 2027. Okay, here's the exciting bit. I'm going, because of course, the new year hasn't started yet. A lot of the new trackers or new planners either don't start until January. This one actually starts in January. But I am too eager. I want to start it now. So the way I want to use this future log, because because this is going to be my mood log. So this is not for my planning. It is essentially just going to note down how I'm feeling when I wake up in the morning, because I need to help myself be intentional and give myself kindness and care and compassion. So if and when I do wake up not feeling 100%, I'm giving myself the grace for the day, not to put pressure. And mood logging is one of the ways that I have found that helps me be intentional with my day, so I respond rather than react, because something will set me off. I might have a migraine. I might have seen something on a comment on my pages that may have ticked me off, and so it's important that I don't react. That if and when I'm either not 100%, that is physically, mentally, or emotionally, what is it that I can help myself with to make sure that I'm looking after myself? And this Hobonichi Weeks is going to be just for my mood and help me regulate, because I can go from 0 to 100 with my mood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my, oops, I keep bumping. Maybe that's not the best place to have my little shelf thingy. So the mood tracker, now this was my 2024. Like I said, I didn't stay in it for too long, but I'm going to do my best for the new year to stick to this one. So the future log I am going to use to track, color code my mood. Okay, so as you can see, I did great January, February dropped off. For March, April, I didn't do it. So fingers crossed. But I'm going to give myself kindness that even if and when I don't fill it out 100%, I'm going to be okay, because it's still going to give me a little bit of data. And so you're tracking, if you ever go, what's the point in tracking your habits, tracking this, tracking that? It's a data. And data helps you make decisions, see your progress. And so even with just 2.5 months worth of tracking my mood in 2024, I can just see, I know it's only like a small amount of data, but I can see that middle of the month, so my blue means I'm feeling tense or anxious. Then if I start to do this more often, I might start to see patterns that certain times of the day, the week, the month, or the year, I can get low, I can get anxious, I can get down on myself, and then I can plan better. So if I know I'm tense, anxious, sad, angry, or whatever you're in the mood that's not giving you 100%, you can then plan your day and go, all right, Marianne, today you're feeling a little bit, delicate, you're feeling a little bit sad, or you're having low moments or low thoughts. Just do one. If you can only do one thing today, that is enough. Or don't put too much on your plate. Okay, so this is how I'm going to use my 2026 Hobonichi Weeks future log as a mood tracker. And I have my little system: green for great, orange for good, yellow for meh kind of day, blue for tense or anxious, and pink or red for sad and angry. And so you can see, orange, and here I was a little bit, mid-month. Normally, when it comes to the second week of the month, you're sort of like, oh, the newness of the new month is sort of like, now we actually got to get down and work and get to business. So, but here have good days. Okay, so for those of you new to mood tracking, of course, I'm not great all day. Of course, I'm not sad all day, but the overarching mood of the day that I remember. Okay, so that's how I'm going to use it. And here's the thing: I don't want to wait until January for me to start tracking. Here's a little tip. Even if it's whatever planner you have, it doesn't have to be Hobonichi. But what I did a little hack, okay? So let's quickly, Laura, hello. I'm late, but I'm here. I love it when you are here. Joining anytime is good. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so here's a little thing. So it's this future log in the Hobonichi week starts in January. I want to start tracking my mood in December. So okay, I do have some old planners, old Hobonichi planners that I can hack into, that I can cut up. But if you don't, you can just cut a piece of paper and just rule some lines, so then you have the 31 days of the month. But what I did is I cut into into an old one. There's December. I don't know, because I bought a couple of Hobonichis in 2024 that I rarely used. So I cut it up, and then I think I glued it on another plain cream paper, and then I just put a washi to decorate it, because of course the back of that would have been other planners and it had, writing or printing. So whether you're going to add an extra little piece of paper to whatever planner page you have, doesn't have to be like a monthly like this. You might want to add habits, a little flap of new habits that you're trying to create. And so instead of you writing it over and over again, you can add a little flap or a little section that you can fold in when the planner is closed, but then when your planner is open, you can still see it. Okay, so that's a good little tip. And the way you glue it or attach it, so I just attached, see how it's extra bit of paper there? So that's where I glued it down. And because I had some cream Tomo Riva loose paper, that's what I stuck it to. And then the back of this, because it had this one was the margin of the planner. And then because this had writing, I just got a nice washi tape that will fit in with the layout, and then just added some loose stickers that I had, from leftover on a sticker sheet. And then look, it doesn't seem like it's out of place. And so guess what? Next Monday, I can start tracking my mood, and I don't have to wait until January to do my mood logging. So let me know, have you tried something like this, or is this something you can use? Again, doesn't have to be for a tracker. It can be for, I think I've seen others like keys, you know, so if you want to, you're new to bullet journaling, or maybe color code, if you're doing color code for your expenses, color code for your mood, color code the type of different tasks that you do, whether work, personal, home, kids, and you're new to it and you can't remember, and you go, you know, until it becomes habitual. Add an extra piece of paper, whether the whole length of your planner page or a nice little square. You can even get, I don't have any on hand, you know, like those palm cards, or or if you have a nice little card or little note that maybe your kids have written and you want to look at that, stick it on a little a harder cardboard or cardstock so it's not so flimsy, and then you can add all these things throughout. So if you have pages that's already full, and then there's another piece of paper or, you know, memory thing that you want to add to it, adding this little piece like this, gluing it down, washi taping it down is another great little idea. Hello, Tamara. Nice to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. We're just going through my Hobonichi Weeks and just flipping through it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, I know we do have gentlemen popping by, is how I'm going to use the future log of the Hobonichi Weeks. And then, of course, the calendar starts in December. Now, let me show you. So I'm not going to use the calendar. Remember, this is for my mood logging, and I have to put on my handheld fan because I can feel myself sweating away. Let me just, there we go. Hopefully the hum is not too loud. Okay, so the calendar spread of the Hobonichi Weeks. I'm not using this for tasks, to-dos, birthdays, or reminders. Again, it's a mood log. So let me show you how. Here's one I prepared earlier, or rather from 2024. Okay, so let me go flip through. This is how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it as a visual tracker or a visual reminder, just the way this is going to be a visual log of my mood. It's just something fun. Now, will I keep up with it? Hopefully. I did for, you'll see when I flip through my 2024, I did do it for a month or so. So I am using these Kina print stickers. So she offers, the link is in the description. So if there is anything that you do see, check the links in the description. I either have the digital stickers that I have purchased from either Kina Prints or Square Lime Designs, or my Amazon storefront. So some of them are affiliate links, which means that if you do buy, click on them and buy something, I earn a little commission, but that does not cost you any more by using my links. Okay, so just let that know. So Kina Prints, and so I've just this little character is called Lola, and because sometimes I will have a bangs or fringe, she looks like me, you know, with the black hair. And so look at that. What's this? December 27th, no, 27th of November. I lost it. Oh no, I lost it only once today, but it looks like it was a big tantrum. Mum had a big, oh, and I got flowers. Oh, that was lovely. Okay, so that's just a nice visual way. So whether you put stickers, you know, emoji stickers or whatever it is, and then I use my Tombow, or is it Tombow? Yep, Tombow for the Nosoke brush tip marker, the small one, just so then in the, to make the overarching text pop up. So, you know, celebrated Josh, went to the library, had some yummy sinigang, which is Filipino soup dish. So it's a nice little way to track my how the day went for that month. And it's always nice to flip back, you know. Here I was emotional. So as you can see, I can picture here, I think what happened here, I remember it vividly because I started tracking it. It seemed like on Wednesdays, it's hard sometimes, so emotionally drained, had a bit of a cry, emotional. I think here, when I started tracking it in this manner, with visual, I went, hang on, why is it on Wednesdays I was getting quite sad, quite low? And then here I made a big, I did a pivot, yes, to a good day. Because I think I recognized here that, hey, Marianne, I think maybe on a Tuesday, Wednesday's coming up. And Wednesday, the last 3 weeks, you've been sad. Why have you been sad? Why have you been emotional? And I know why, because I was doing a lot of comparison. I was part of a course that I was doing, for other entrepreneurs and content creators, and I was comparing myself. I felt like I was behind. I felt like I was less than. They're doing so much better. I may not be. I must not be good, and I felt really sad because my mindset was low, and then it looked like I turned things around because I recognized by tracking things, whether it's color code, journaling, using stickers, using big black fonts, this will help you recognize. Because what happens is we go through life, or let's say I've gone through life just going, that's just the way I am. I'm just a, be itchily moody person a lot of the times, and I'm cranky, and hey, I'm cranky, that's what mum does, I'm a cranky old sod, leave me alone, that's just the way I am, that's the way I've been all this time. But that's not a good way to live, whether I need to go and do something to bring me joy, eat well, see more friends, look at my finance, look at my priorities, look after myself. There's ways for me to change that. I don't have to live the next 30 years being a cranky old, old nagging person, mum and wife. So this is how the mood log, this is going to be one of my important planners for starting now, because I've actually started, okay? So if you find yourself whether emotionally you're very up and down, you have a hard time regulating your emotions, before you do anything else, before you try and fix something, just track it, because the data will tell you something. You'll start to see patterns. And when you start to see patterns, you can anticipate. You can go, uh-oh, I'm going to be probably sad tomorrow because that's the way I've always been. What is it I can do today or in the morning to make myself feel better? Don't put too much on your plate, Marianne. Don't try and do 20 things. Just do one thing at a time. Okay, so this is how this mood log and the Hobonichi, and because it's small and tiny, it's not going to be too hard. Well, although, trying to keep up every day is hard in itself, but that's okay too. But then I don't have to write, long pages and pages. So that's how December 2023 was, January 2024, and yeah, much better. Look, just breathe, get things done, did the hair color, had some good laughs. That's a big change. Maybe Thursday, a bit of, So let's have a look. Not as many sad days. Tired, that's okay. Need sleep, meh, kind of the day. But let me just look at the emotional, had a cry, I was sick. But yeah, just even if it was 3 weeks worth of similar patterns, it highlighted it for me. And so it allowed me to respond rather than react. And then, okay, so January, and then, okay. So the next part of a Hobonichi Weeks, so you've got the calendar section. Like I said, I'm going to use it to visually log my mood. Okay, that's how it's going to be. And I'm really looking forward to that by using stickers and just, a brush marker and just making it colorful. And just straight away, I could see, what happened in that day. And then the next part of the Hobonichi Weeks is the weekly spread. So as I mentioned, I will be using this for writing down my mood. And this is how I've set it up. So again, I hacked into my Hobonichi 2026. So what I did is, I don't know if it was this one or I think it was another Hobonichi where I pulled the page, because you can sort of, can you see, I don't know if you can see how it's stitched, right? So a certain number of pages are stitched at a time, folded and stitched into the binding. So what I did with this week's weekly spread and next week as well, I pulled it out of an old Hobonichi Weeks and then did my MacGyver, hacked it, glued it down, very, very fine, thin glue, used my washi tape. And so the calendar goes from December to March 2027. But guess what I did? I glued something over the March 27. Ta-da! Okay, so this was November of an old Hobonichi. And then so that way I started already tracking it. So I don't have to wait, because I think this one starts in 1st of December. Yeah, I think so. Yes, starts, which is not too long. It's next week. All right, so it's, it's not, but good old Marianne, who's very impatient a lot of the times, I'm working on it. Wants to start now. So I pulled pages from an old one. If you are new to Hobonichi, or even if you're new to the current or the planner you're going to be moving into, just go and glue a piece of blank paper, or just, if you have a photocopier, that's what I did last time in 2023, photocopy a blank page of your current planner, print it out, and then glue it down. Or if you've got a ring binder, hole punch it, or if you've got a disc bound, punch it, or in my case, glue it down. And then you don't have to wait until the new year to start your new planner, because that's the only thing sometimes when you buy new planners is you have to wait, and I cannot wait. So that's what I've done. I've glued it down, and then I decorated it. So this is also from a previous planner. And see how what I did, because I had to go and make sure it attached to the back of this one. I just got my skinny washi tape. So I tried to match it as much as possible so it didn't stand out. So this is the closest to the cream colored. And what did I do with this one? Same here. I washi taped it down so in the spine so it's not floating. And then with the back to back of it, I glued it down. So I glued 2 pages together. So what do you think of that? Give it a like if this is something that, you might do for your own planner. And of course, if you are liking what you're seeing so far, help a girl out. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you have other friends who might be wanting to try Hobonichi planners, or not even that, but wanting to look at ways to help you recognize the type of mood you're in to help better respond to your day. Because I am really sick and tired of not knowing what I'm going to be like in the next half hour. That my husband and my children going to be tiptoeing around me. That's not good for them either. I used to go and say, I used to say to them, look, that's the way mum is, okay? Just deal with it. Mum gets angry, mum gets sad, mum cries, but I don't want them to see that they've got their own worries. So why am I being, the only person that matters in this family? I'm not. I've got to make sure that I also help myself to be a better member of my family, right? I'm not the queen of the family, although sometimes, they do treat me like a queen sometimes, so which is good. So let me know, give me a thumbs up, or if you're liking it, type in the chat if you're still here with me. I know it's hopefully you're taking lots of notes. So that's how last week. So a little bit later, I'll show you how I decorate the new week using digital stickers from Square Lime Designs. And I've got the Kina print again. So I love visual. I can see straight away what it means. So this one, I think I'm prepping myself. You can do it, Marianne. You've got this, okay? Low energy, low battery. I was happy playing with my planner, and catching up on emails, again playing with planners, and I had a big migraine yesterday. So here, this one on Sunday, I woke up with the biggest migraine. So guess what? I was going to be easy on myself, and it was like, just take it easy, drink lots of water, get yourself outside for some fresh air, add some movement, eat healthy, and so don't sit on the couch, do something. So it helped me plan my day. Now, do I do the stuff that I say I do all the time? No, I don't. So I'll explain later, when I set this up, what it is that I write in each column. Hello, Sabrina, my favorite day of the week for planning. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Sheila says, I'm still here. I'm making clear tab dividers. Yes, so check out Sheila's YouTube channel, Positive Changes. I caught her live the other day after my live, where she was baking with her daughter Amanda. Yeah, your daughter's name's Amanda. She was so they were both adorable. They should have their own show, because the banter between them was on point. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's the weekly spread, how I'm going to use it. Stick to the end. I'll show you how I decorate this one for the new week. Oh, and then this bit here where I was planning. Guess what I was doing? I was adding the sticky tabs. I think I did a live of this. Yes, I did this on air live. So I'll make sure to pop that in the description. But do check that out, unedited. And so and I show you the frustration or the pedanticness that I have, making sure these sticky monthly tabs are all lined up, not too much gap, all lined up at the top, unsticking, resticking. So the life of a planner, hey, who says, don't worry, don't sweat the small stuff. But I was sweating that small stuff. And, in this case, perfection or close to it is important. So then, yep, I placed all of the monthly stickers. So this one is a digital sticker. So mini gray tabs from Square Lime Design. She's on Etsy. I think for the moment she's only selling the digital. She used to sell physical stickers, but I think I checked her Instagram because I hadn't heard from her for a while. Just personal stuff, but you can still buy the digital stickers, and so you can go and print that out. And then there's other little adorable little emoji stickers that come along with it. And so look at that. Doesn't that look nice, all lined up? So pretty. And I had a good time, setting this up. Let's quickly have a look. Oh, Marianne, you're so sweet. Yes, my daughter's name is Amanda. She was adorable. Had the best laugh. She had the cutest laugh. I love it. I love it. Okay, so, this my little what would you call this? They call it what, someone remind me, a pen board. I don't know. I can't remember. But this one is just a cardstock. Okay, a printed cardstock. I cut it to size, probably a little bit narrower, so then when the planner is close, it doesn't protrude out. But I did add an extra lip or tab at the top, and then just cut it. So then I have it as, I use my label maker, put this week, and then at the back, because this cardstock is plain at the back, I just added some stickers, washi tapes, anything to make it look, pretty. And then again, label maker, Dymo letter tag label maker. And so that will be my little page marker. So then when I do open it up, I can just, feel for that top tab, and then it'll open up to the page I need. But yeah, again, doesn't have to just be for the Hobonichi. It can be for your other size planners. And if you've got some really good sturdy cardstock, pretty one, I mean, that in itself, next to your planner while you're writing, adds color. We need brightness. We need color in our day when we're just planning the things to do, wash the dishes, do the laundry, pick up this, get the car maintained, blah, 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 blah. Let's add some joy in our planning, and that's where color, stickers, washi tapes come in. And then, again, eclectic, different things, I used to say I'm not good with sticker placement. I'm no longer saying that. I'm saying I'm getting better at it. Okay. So, and you know, even if it's you place something, if the sticker you have is good enough that you can peel it off, that it doesn't stick and peel off anything, you can replace it, move it around. But that's my little page holder. All right. So what else? So I've done the sticky note, and then at the back, you get, I think, 75 blank grid pages. So I think I'm going to use this as little collections. So maybe books I've read for 2026, movies I've watched, TV shows, other collections. So similar to when I used to do bullet journaling, where you dedicate sections of your planner for little collections, maybe recipes. You know, if Sheila and Amanda, her daughter, have like recipes that they want to go and refer to, or some whatever other collection, there's enough pages in the Hobonichi Weeks for you to add little things. I know sometimes other Hobonichi users use the back for swatches of pens, markers, highlighters, fountain pen, ink. I know the Tomo River paper, there was a little bit of a change from last year, but I don't want to use that because I know if I swatch, did I do a swatch here? No, I didn't do a swatch there. It won't be aesthetically pleasing to my eye because it's going to have different writing, different thickness of pen, so I won't be doing a swatch on this particular planner. And then at the back here, these are additional little grid paper that you can buy, Hobonichi brand as well. So whether this would be for, I don't know, ideas, list of stuff, random notes that I need to go and write about, I'll just keep them in there because I bought them and I hadn't used them in 2024. So they're just nice little additional paper that to use. This one is a page keeper. So you've got two sizes, one for this size for the Hobonichi Weeks and the Hobonichi Original, and there is a bigger size I'll show in a sec for the A5. And so this will only work if you have a little corner pocket like this that they can slip into, because that's how that's going to slip. And then you can either use this as a look, I ripped I ripped pages from before that I had used, and so make sure to keep that in there. So then doesn't fly away. Okay, and just before I close it, I've got this sticker of a bear and a kitty cat from Daiso. I can no longer find them, so they live in there. Just add a little bit of prettiness and cuteness. But the page marker, you can use it as to help you close your planner. So if you're putting it in your bag, it's not opening and no loose leaf. Or you can also use it as an actual page marker. So if I didn't have this little bookmark or whatever, I can have it to there. But it might make the paper pinch the paper. So I won't use it that way. And what was I going to say? Oh yes, this plastic. I'll say it again because every time I say it, at least one person will go, I didn't know that. So the plastic cover that you get for the Hobonichi Weeks, when I was originally reading the descriptions, making sure it's the right one that fits a Hobonichi Weeks, it said a side page marker. And I went, what's it? Where? Where's the page marker? I couldn't find it. It wasn't that because that's a pen loop. But here it is. Let me remove it. See this little bit here? When you first get it, it's actually sealed, like the thing is sealed together. But if you gently peel it off, I've peeled mine off already, but if you gently peel it off, it's actually a page marker. So then you can go, so instead of using a bookmark like this, you can go and close the flap on leather like that, and then you can close it. So then you now know when you open it up, that's where the next page you're going. So there's the little side page marker or page keeper or bookmark. Other people, what they've done is they put little Velcro dot here, and then, or, you know, so maybe if you get a little bit chunky, you might want to do it there. So that's a way for them to close their planner. So you can put Velcro dot here and then the other side, so the hook and loop or the other one. And then that's another way for you to close your planner. Okay, so that thought let you know that. Let me put these back. So then that is my Hobonichi Weeks flip through. I'm going to be using it for my mood log. And then just stick to the end because I will decorate this week's spread. But I'll go first through the other flip through of the other two. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Is this something, have you used the Hobonichi before? Or can you incorporate a mood log into your system? Now, if you had purchased my Ultimate Planner Bundle printable or the Wellbeing Planner spread, there is a section in that where you can log your mood. I'll go through the things I write when I go and update this week. So that is my Hobonichi Weeks. Let me know if you like it. If you like that little flip through, hit that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. Okay, so what's next? I think I've finished all the stuff I need to talk about that one. I'll make sure to come back to it in a sec. So the next one is we're going to go up in size. So the next one is the Hobonichi A6 Original. So I'm still trying to get the names all correctly, so making sure that it's the right names. I'll get the cousin and the original all mixed up. If you have any questions about the Hobonichi planner, I'll answer it as best as I can. I'm probably not as versed as those who have been using it for a number of years. But again, you can get inspiration from others on how they use whatever planner they're using. But you don't have to use exactly the same one. But you can take the essence of how they use it and incorporate it into your own planning system. So that's why it's important to, at the beginning when I first started this channel, I was just showing how I use planners, and then I got stuck in a little not rut, but in a little laneway there for a while that, I have to go stick with a certain planner because that's what people who come and join me or who subscribe know me for. But then I lost the spark and the joy. So if you did come and join me here because of a certain size planner, the A5, the personal, Filofax, Hobonichi, and then suddenly I've changed it, don't go, because it's not about the vehicle or the planner, but it's how we use it that we can get inspiration from each other. Hello there, Mike. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you being here. So happy you are here to join the Plannerettes today. So I've just gone through my Hobonichi Weeks. I am now going to go through my Hobonichi Original, which is the A6. All right, so this is which one? I can't even remember which Hobonichi I purchased first back in 2023. I don't know anymore. It's so long ago. Okay, so this one is small, but again, look at her. All right, so I haven't even started the 2026, but I'm already loving the chunkiness because I've added quite a few different stuff in there. And this has a page for each day. So this is going to be a good one for your daily planning. It can also be good for your journaling, or, I think some people do junk journaling. That is something I have yet to, research and look into. I'll either have too many junk to journal with or not enough to fill in a whole planner. But what I'll be using this for is my daily planner. Okay. But before I keep going, if you haven't yet subscribed and you're feeling like, we can be kindred spirit, we're getting along, you and I like each other, make sure to subscribe, because 59% of those of you that have watched any of my content in the last 90 days is not yet subscribed. So if that's you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, also hit that bell, so then that way you'll get notified when I go live, just like today, or when I upload new posts or videos. Okay, I appreciate it so much. All right, so thank you for allowing me to say that subscribe bit, because we got to go and support each other. Okay, so the cover for this one, so you've got two covers, the plastic one is the cover on cover to protect this lovely printed one. This is, I think, the holly something. Can't remember. But I don't think it's readily available because this was a 2024 from the 2024 collection. But I still think you can find it, from different stockists. But I think the covers now for this year, or at least this release, are more like patchwork style covers. But one of the things that I want to do, that if you are part of my email newsletter, I've just released this week's email newsletter, and how I have slowly just announced that I'm going to be doing some adding creative content into this channel, whether it's my sewing, whether it's my knitting, whether it's my crocheting. Now, is it planner related? No, but it is part of planning intentionally and adding joy and adding creativity and adding fun. So then that way we are more effective and efficient when it comes to the productive side of our planner system. Okay, so I was thinking, oh, maybe it'll be a good idea to make my own covers. So that, keep an eye out on that. But yeah, those are the things that I am testing out, patterns, doing draft, knowing, oh, it doesn't fit, it's too big, it's too small, and just adding that creativity. And sewing is one of the things I learned, back in 2010 when my boys were babies, and I miss it. I've cleaned up my sewing table, I've dusted my sewing machines, but I'm yet to use it. Ronnie Cat, I'm so late today. Hopefully, though, you've been doing something important. I love it. Yes, awesome. All right, so this particular planner cover may not be readily available, but you can go. This is not normally my colorings. So the orange, the pinks, and the green is, but this is not normally. But I'll show you why I purchased this, because I coordinates with the A5. So let's see what's inside. Let me put this aside because I'll show you what this little hack again of mine. You know me, I love who's old enough to watch, who knows the MacGyver. Right? When you MacGyver things, it's like, you paper clip things together and suddenly a motor works. Okay, so it's MacGyvering something is just making things work out of nothing. Okay, so the inside of my planner, fun things again I did the other day. So a lot of, me doing my planning session, I redid some of my do-it-yourself prompt cards. So I made these myself. This is inspired by an account on Instagram, Maddie Plans. So I have the video tutorial on how I make this using laminated sheet, sticky note flags, and my label maker. Because I have moved things around, and my normal habit tracker and my normal planner layout is not the same, I needed to update my morning routine. Did I show this? Was this? Yes, there is a video of this. There is a video of me doing this exact same one. And so until I get to know the order of the habits that I want to do in the morning, I have created this do-it-yourself task card or prompt card. So I keep this on here. In the morning, I'll go, okay, what's next? Marianne, do your mood log. All right, write in your mood log. Take your medicine. Okay, take your medicine. Do a journal. Okay, now meditate. Okay, so until I get to know my own routine where I don't have to think about it anymore, I need all the help I can get. So there is the video that the live stream where I showed you how I created this using laminated sheet cutoff, label maker on sticky note flags. Okay. Yes. Sheila says, I did some crocheting this morning. Oh, what are you making? I'll have to show people the cardigan that my mum made out of crocheting granny squares. She's so talented. And she just showed me the Christmas table runner quilting that she made. And so I think that's probably my mum is inspiring me to get creative again, because she's retired, and every time I'm doing FaceTime with her, she's crocheting or she's sewing. So I think, that's I'm yearning the creativity because I've been so focused on content creation, algorithm, getting, followers, and I've lost the essence of just being creative and being free. And as Ronnie Cat says, do what you love. I love that. That is a great sentiment today. Sheila says, I am an OG MacGyver fan, 80s rule. Actually, I just, I'll do a separate video of this, but I went to the markets yesterday and I visited a friend's little stall, and she has little trinkets. But I bought this little pin. Best of the 1980s cassette tapes. I remember making mixtapes, man. The olden days. I miss them sometimes. Okay, so I'll go through this at another time, the different task cards that I made. But to decorate, transparent happy planner, classic sticker, boba sticker. This is Midori paper clip. Again, I'm not going to use them to clip things. It's just for decorations. I've got my sticky note tabs in there. So if I need it, again, adds that pop color. And here's the thing. So Square Lime Design, the one of the people that I bought from Etsy, I got her weather sticker icons, weather icon stickers, weather sticker icons, either way, okay? Jen says, that sticker is so cute. Which one? Which one? This one? This one? This one? Oh, this one. Is it this one? Yes, I bought that from my friend's little stall as well. Cool. Yes, cool. Okay, so Square Lime Designs weather icon stickers. I printed it. I printed it on sticker back paper. Okay, so just packaging. Yes, you can see it's just packaging stickers. And then because it's a digital sticker, I use the Silhouette cutting machine. I also do have a Cricut cutting machine. I'll learn a little bit more how to use the design, the Cricut Design Studio thing. But I know the Silhouette a little bit better. But what I did is I measured the space that I'm going to place this on, both in my Hobonichi A5 and in this one. I made it, printed it small enough so it'll fit. And what I did is I printed it, I'll just say that cardstock is not there. Printed it so then I can fold it in half and then staple it together to create a little booklet. The size of this booklet is the size of a credit card, or at least one that will fit the card pockets. So if you have digital stickers, you have a printer, you have a cutting machine that will allow you to do this without too much hassle, go and manipulate the stickers that you have, the digital stickers, so then you can fit it into whatever planner, the width or the columns, and then print it, so then you can fold it into a little booklet just like this. So, oops, it's upside down. Okay, so I've got sunny, partly cloudy. There's a lot of partly cloudies where I live here in Sydney. These are the partly cloudy, and cloudy is the stickers I use the most that always run out. Windy, stormy, rainy, another cloudy, and rain. Okay, so I printed it so then I can fold it in half. So whatever the dimension of a pocket credit card, double it, and then place it on the studio or whatever cutting software or app you're using. Allow for space so then you can, it doesn't get stuck on itself when you fold it. And then look, I have these stickers all handy. So then I'll quickly show you. I'll show you how I use it, because that's another part. But that goes in there. It's got I've got my nice little prompt cards that I can take out. Let's say, for example, I'll briefly show you this. I want to use my A5 Hobonichi for more morning journaling. And sometimes I go, well, what do I journal about? And so I've made myself these little prompts where, I want to feel, what do I need the most? What would make today easier? What's my anchor for today? Where can I be kind to myself? What's one thing to remember? What pace feels right? So then that way in the morning when I do journal, because I think Mike says he does 20 minutes of journaling. Is that right? I remember you commenting that, Mike. And I went, I want to do that too because it helps ground me, and then it doesn't feel like I have to just go right from the beginning. That I'll wake up. It's just a nice little grounding exercise where I can find time for myself, give myself that kindness, and start telling my brain and my body that I am important, that I matter, that I need to take up space in my planner. So that's what my morning journaling, fingers crossed, is going to be when I use my A5 Hobonichi Cousin. Okay, so the next one is we've got the Hobonichi original. I don't think I will put stickers on like a lot. I've seen a lot different Hobonichi accounts that have set up with different stickers. Although the reason why I did go to the markets to my friend's store was to check out the stickers available, and she had this one. And again, because it's the cute little black hair with the little fringe, looks like me in a little caravan. And then I didn't know it until I put it in there. I just slid it in there. I didn't stick it down. It fits well with the cover, you know, the greens and the teals, and then the yellow or the cream. It was like perfect. There were some other ones in the stash, but so it's all like different girls in different mode of transport. So I'll probably add that throughout my planner. So variety of different. So there's a train, rockets, so it's so cute. And again, this is not normally the colorway that I would pick for myself, because I'm more like your bright rainbow colors, but it worked well. And yes, she does look so cute on there. So that's that one. So I've already shown you some of the little purchases, because, you know, it's important to also support small businesses and support your friends. Sometimes, you know, we know of people in our real life world, and then yet we don't support them as much as we support, let's say, someone who's from across the pond, you know. So it's important that we are supporting those who are actually closest to us, and support small business as well. Ronnie Cat, 80s fun and exciting shows. Yes, I love all my very Wonder Woman. What is it? Who's Kit with David Hasselhoff? Knight Rider. Those were the shows that I was watching before we left the Philippines and come to Australia back in the 80s. All right, so again, I showed this, me adding stickers to this front cover on Instagram. These are Kina print stickers. And then I've added some Polaroid stickers that I printed using my Nimbot B21 Pro. So then that one there with hubby and I and Zach, my youngest. So he's 16, he's on the autism spectrum, and he can recite all the Thomas the Tank Engine episodes by heart. So he will just narrate the different episodes. And then when I was watching him narrate, I went, I wonder. So I've got the podcast mic, and then I put his headphones, and then I put the camera on him so he can see himself, and he would narrating. And because the headphone connects to the mic, he could hear himself. And, so yeah, that's one of the ways that I help him. He doesn't know it, but that's one of the ways I help him regulate his emotions. So do something that's desirable for him, that he enjoys. But I do put a timer on, because if he keeps doing something for too long, he loses interest, he'll get giggly, and then that can actually bring him over to the other side of the emotions too much. So, but yeah, so that's him reciting Thomas the Tank Engine's episodes from start to finish. He even does the music, dun 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 dun, and then all the beep 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 boop boop. Hey Thomas, and even does the fat controller's voice. Oh, so love him, so proud of him. And so I know that's one of the ways it helps him regulate his mood. Knight Rider, yes, thank you, Sheila. Knight Rider and Kit. the talking car. Hey, there's now talking cars, isn't there? With our GPS. Okay, so that's how I what's the word? Decorated my cover. All right, and then let's do a quick flip. 2026 calendar, 2025, 2027. Okay, so how am I going to use the future log in the A5 or in the original A6? I'm going to go and log. So I got this idea from the Coffee Monsters Co, Helen. So I think she uses her Hobonichi Cousin's future log to note down her running, her number of steps, the type of exercise she does. So I thought I'm going to use that. So I'm going to take 2 columns. So this is steps. So I'm not going to note down the number of steps because sometimes I forget to take my watch with me or in my phone. And so it's not an accurate tracker of the number of steps, but it's more, did I get myself outside for a walk? So I'm going to do, there's 2 columns. I'm either going to mark it green, yes, or red, no. And then again, I'll be able to see patterns. I've been skipping just 100 skips a day. So later on, I might increase that, start increasing it. That's part of my cardio. So I'm going to write down the number of skips. So there's 3 columns there. And then here, the last 4 little columns for what type of exercise. Upper, lower, cardio, bum, glutes, whatever it is, whatever I'm doing. So that's how I'm going to track it down. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't you continue the little icon? The reason why is I originally made a marking here thinking that that was December, and I went, oh, and then I got it wrong, this correction tape there, and then it started to bleed through to the other side. So to cover it, I've just already continued the little emoticons there. So the Hobonichi original future log I'm going to use for my movement and workout tracker. So hopefully that is going to encourage me rather than demotivate me to keep going, to get my steps up or get outside, to put some cardio because I have mild hypertension. So I need to look after my heart while I can, not wait until I can't to be healthy. All right. So let me know if you have any questions, please, or give us a thumbs up. December. Okay, so I'll set that up. How am I going to use this one? So for Hobonichi Weeks, I'm using it for mood logging. For this one, I can't remember what I want to use it for. Still question mark still. Let me write that down. Question mark. I don't know what to track because I'm most likely going to use the Hobonichi Cousin, the A5 size, for all the appointments, dates. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll use it for, but something different. So then I'm not doubling up. So, but I've just got some reminders there. So that, of course, goes through all the things. I added here again, I added the monthly tabs all the way from January to December. I've just got this. This came with the mini gray monthly tab. So I've just got that as at the start of my future log. I'm going to use the bookmark for the future log. And then it starts on the daily. Okay, so it'll start on the 1st of January. And this is where I'm going to do my daily planning. So, my time blocking, my top 3 priorities, my task of the day. So this doesn't start until 1st of January. And so that goes all the way to December. It's got a couple of grid pages at the back. At the back here, I've got this plan on it, lawn fawn stamp kit that one of the Plannerette staff that sent to me in a care package. I just keep that there with my Filofax Ollie clip, so it's nice and handy. Again, this is the page keeper to help me close the page, because I don't use these to help close the page because I'm not mobile, as in I just stay home at my desk. I'm not putting these planners in my bag or, traveling with it. But if I was, I would keep it closed by using the 2 loops and putting a pen through just like that. So if I didn't have that, that locks it in place, and so your planner is not opening inside your bag. But because I just stay home and do a lot of my work at my desk, I was going to use the page keeper. Okay, so how am I going to wait until 1st of January to use this daily planner? Why, go and hack my old Hobonichi Hobonichi original. Let me see what I did. Do I have it here? So let me show you. So this was 2024. And let me see, what did I have bookmarked here? So this is how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use this section of the daily pages for my time blocking. I'm going to frame my top 3 priorities, and then the rest of the task and to-dos. Whether I use stickers if I'm able to or not, that's fine. Add some, what did I have here? Had a nice day out today with Edward and shopped a little. So there you go. So this is photo printer HP Sprocket. So I'll make sure to pop the affiliate link in there. So it's a nice little memory keeping. And you know, as mums, we never have nice photos of us because we're taking everyone else's photos. And then of course, when hubby or the kids take our photos, somehow they don't tell us that, you know, hey, you got spinach in your teeth, or your stomach is out, or your muffin top's hanging. So then when I do get a nice selfie of myself, I'm going to celebrate because, you know, looking cute that day type of thing. Okay, so make sure, please make sure, if you are like me in the past where, you know, you don't like the look of you don't want to be in photos, the photos is not so much for you. The photos for your family. For them to flip back and have a look and have memories of you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. For those of us mums who tries to cover our tummy, who tries to cover our arms, who's, you know, oh no, my hair's not looking good, no, don't take a photo of me. Just a little reminder. You know how sometimes I've heard of stories of, you know, I don't have, there's only one photo of my mom, or there's not a lot of photos of my dad or my granddad. Okay, so I want you to now go and make it a point to take photos of yourself, or teach those around you to take better photos of you. And then not, I have to teach my husband, not because he's much taller than me. And so, of course, he's taken a photo from a height. And so I'm only 4'10". So when they takes a photo, I look like I'm like really tiny, you know. So it's like, no, proportion-wise, it doesn't look good. So I have to tell him, no, get down to my level. And so he has to crouch down, or he'll get too low. And now I look like, you know, so please, just as a little thing, take photos of yourself and memorialize it. Because even if it's not for you, it's for your family. Because have you ever said to yourself, I wish there was more photos of this loved one of mine? Okay? Yes? Please let me know in the chat. Yes. Because, or we complain, there's not enough photos of me because no one ever takes the photos because I'm always the one taking photos. Let's change that dialogue. Let's start taking photos of ourselves, or getting other people to take photos. So this is how I'm going to use the daily planner, you know, put washi tapes, add stickers. I like that. It looks nice. You know, if there's spaces, there's a memory. I was on a little catalog, local here in Australia, or actually a national brand catalog. And so that was I won it in a competition for the photo shoot and be part of it. So there you go. That's little old Mariane, part of a health and beauty catalog. All right. So then this is how I'm going to use it. And then for the first page of the Hobonichi planner, there's I think is it plain or grid? Blank page. So I'm going to use that as a way to do like a vision board. Okay, so here was my March 2024. What is it? Sleep, prioritize, look after myself, journal, exercise, get outside, rest, so connect, Okay, so these are the things that I said is important to me in for March 2024. So I'm going to use the blank page as a little vision board. So I just created this on Canva. So Canva, if you have the pro account, which is the paid version, there's lots of people that share their templates already, so you don't have to start from scratch. But if you can still do this on a free one, there's just going to be certain elements that you can't use because it's only available if it's a paid one. But you can drag your photos in there and just create your own little collage, put a nice little, text. I think I have a video of how I made this. I'll make sure to pop that in the description as well. I think I even shared the template of this one or maybe another one. But again, it might be the Canva Pro though. But you can go and still use the free version of it. Okay, so that is how I'm going to use my daily pages for the month, for the year of 2026. And then I think I got bored with the daily and I started journaling. Okay, so how am I going to use my 2026 planner when I have to wait another? Do you know there's only 6 weeks left in the year? That's right, only 6 weeks left. So much time to still start something new, do something fun, add some creativeness, start a new hobby or a new habit, or pick up a habit that we have fallen off the wagon. Please do not wait until 2026 and say, I'm going to start working out in 2026. I'm going to be more creative in 2026. I'm going to start, connecting with friends and meeting up for coffee with friends in January. No, the time to start is now, right? Doesn't mean you go meet up with someone now, but at least finding out the phone number of your friend and giving them a call, or starting to, feel your way back in with emojis and saying, hey, how are you? So whatever area of focus in life you want to be better at or build back a healthy habit, please don't start until 2026, or don't wait until your planner has to start. I mean, even if you have to get blank pages and pop it in your planner right now, or use your current planner, don't wait, because you never know what tomorrow will bring, right? Or you don't know what's on the other side of tomorrow. Tomorrow could be the new start of something exciting: sewing, knitting, baking, watching old TV shows, and enjoying time with your family and friends, taking photos of yourself, memorializing a cute little outfit that you had, taking a photo of your nice cute hair or pretty face. Okay, don't wait until the new year, or don't wait until a new week, or don't wait until a new month. Because when we go, oh, time flies, oh my God, I can't believe it's 2026 already, there's still 6 weeks. That's plenty of time to build new habits, or to pick up a habit that you might have fallen off. Let me know in the chat. Yes, I'm not waiting. I used to do that as well. Look, you're not alone, right? Because fresh, clean start always looks better. The brand new page of a planner, a brand new spread. So that's why, but picking it up midway, you can make so many new actions today. And again, it doesn't mean that you have to complete something today, or you have to do everything right now. Just start making ideas. Oh, where's a nice coffee shop I can go to on the weekend? Oh, what puzzle can I buy? Oh, what pattern can I sew or knit? Or what baking recipes can I start? What things can I journal about? What new things can I make fun for myself today? If not today, because I know some of you are in your afternoon or evening, tomorrow. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if this is something that you really need to do for yourself. But you might go, Marianne, I'm so busy. It's the end of the year, family things, holidays. Let me know this. If you're like me, who can scroll on your phone, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and have half hour scrolling through, looking what other people are doing, having a look at what, reaction videos of someone else, you can give yourself 5 minutes. You're important, yeah? Make sure. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's start something now and not wait. So I ain't waiting. I ain't waiting until the 1st of January. And so what did I do? I hacked my old one again. So what did I do? And let me see, where is it? Look what I did. Now, you may not have an old planner that you can hack or pull apart. Again, grab pieces of paper or just, whatever new old planners you have. Look for a blank page. Okay, so I pulled some of the old ones and got a nice little cover to make it a cover. And then I glued it down. See how it's glued together? Glued it down, and I think some of them, I didn't staple this together, so I just used glue and just glued the spine. Some let me see, I think some pages, oops, see, are fallen off, but that's okay. I'll just add washi tapes together to keep it together, or I'll glue it down. So I started this. I have to go and put it back together. So what I'm doing is I have that in there, and I started it on the 20th. Okay, so and as well to make sure that I'm going to enjoy doing this setup. So time blocking, the spaces I didn't use, doesn't matter because you can just highlight the lines, put a nice little frame, and then here we are, just November 24th. Yep. Okay, that's what I've done. So I'll either glue this down, or maybe actually, well, actually, no, I won't staple it down because my long stapler broke. So I have to buy a new one. Okay, so this is this week, the last week of November, and then December pages until the 31st. So you might go, Marianne, I don't have an old planner to hack into, right? You don't have to, but don't wait until the new year to put in the habits that you want to start. So don't say in January, because studies have shown, I think 73% of those who make New Year's resolution by mid-February, early March, it's dropped off. You know how we go, oh, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to do this, right? For New Year's resolution. And that's the pitfall of a New Year's resolution or creating goals at the beginning of the new year is it gives you that false sense of hope that it's a new start, right? A new start can be on a Tuesday morning, on a Wednesday afternoon. Don't wait until it's a nice, clean, fresh start. You can start right now. So that's how I'm going to use the Hobonichi original A6. Okay, oh, and then you can have this pen board, I think, but I don't use it because it feels funny. I actually like the cushion of the other page when I'm writing down. I don't mind the indentation of pen marks. That it feels slippery, slidey, and it's like my sensory processing does not like it. So I bought it because one of those things, everyone's buying it. So I went, it's just a nice little bookmark. All right, let me know. Are we all here? Let me know in the chat what we would think of daily planning and starting something new mid-month, midday, midweek at, on a Thursday, on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. Okay, don't wait until 1st of January. Don't wait until 1st of December to make a move. All right, let's have a look. Now for the A5 cousin, let me just put this down. Oh, no, I'm going to keep this. Remember, if you can hang around, I'm going to go and decorate my week for my mood log. The next one, again, this cover may no longer be readily available because it's part of 2024. Actually, let me just grab the original again. The reason why I purchased this was to go, they go nicely. Okay, and so look, the lining of this one picks up those, what would you say? This is peach. Yep. Okay, picks up the peach in the floral, and so that's why I got these two. Again, the cover and the cover, these are purchased back in 2024, so I didn't buy new covers because I'm not none of the covers really spoke to me, and I want to see if I can make my own covers, sew my own fabric covers, and so that's a nice little project to do. So that's why I purchased this one, because I said, remember, I don't normally go for these colors, but I am a teal kind of girl, or or turquoise or aqua or whatever. So Hobonichi A5 Cousin, cover and cover with cover. I decorated the pockets with all my sticky note tabs, and again, cut-offs from laminated sheet or just plastic sheeting, some transparent stickers from a Happy Planner, best year ever. Okay, so then the width of it fits enough these things. More Midori paper clips. Again, just add some color. So then when I do open my planner, it adds a pop of color. So some paper clips. Again, this is another sticker sheet for the weather icons. Made it small enough. I'll show you why. Some more sticky note flags. So again, if you have any transparent stickers, okay, on a clear plastic, look at this one. It needed to fold it so it fitted nicely on there. So you nice little garden in my little pockets. This is just cardstock to add a bit of color. What's this? Alphabet stencil. I think I might start using those because I saw someone using that in their journaling. I don't know. I don't think I will decorate the cover. I'll see how I go. Normally this would go inside here, but I actually want to have that showing, so then when I open it up, it doesn't open right on the front page like that. So I want to be able to showcase the pockets, and hence why I'm not slipping the front cover into the pocket of the cover on cover. I'll probably stick these down. So just again, some printed cardstock, photo, washi tape down. Maybe I won't glue it down, because then if I want to change, maybe just a very, very light sticky, double-sided sticky, so then it's not sliding out when I'm opening it. I don't know if I'll probably decorate this. I'll find something. I'm thinking maybe print something on vellum paper and then attach that on there, so then I can maybe change it as I go. You've got the 2026 calendar, and then I did another hack. So what did I do here? Did I hack this one? So remember the little flap that I added? Okay, so for the mood tracker, I added December's column. So then I can start that next Monday. And then for the Hobonichi original, it starts in December. I may, and that's on Monday. So I didn't need to add anything for this last week, but I'll start that in December. So I didn't need to add a little extra thing. But for the Hobonichi Cousin, it starts in January. So the future log starts in January. And because I want to start it again in December, I've added, so I think I cut this from my 2024. So let me see. Here, see? Can you see how I've cut December? So just cut it in there. And look, I even did it when I started the 2024. I added, so the way I'm going to use the future log is similar to this one, is the habits in the 7 key areas of focus. So spiritual, physical, mental, family, career, finance, and social. And so then I'll get to see which area of focus I may be neglecting, or that I'm saying is important that I need to focus on for that week. So that's how I'm going to use it. So that nice little, again, to go and see patterns. So if I say to myself, I'm stressing out about money, we have no savings, we're spending too much. And then one of my key areas of focus is, tracking our expenses, and I'm not doing that. Then I can visually see the reason why I'm stressing about money, because I'm not putting it as a priority. So what I did, I cut December, I think stuck it on a white paper, And then again, added nice washi tape and stickers just like this one. All right, so there's December. And then there's the 7 key areas of focus. So I'll do that. I'll fill it in. When I meditate, I'll go color that in. I'll probably color it at the end of the week because I will have a habit tracker inside the weekly page. And then I'm also going to note down my mood. So then if I see that when I don't complete my habits and my mood is tense, sad, or meh kind of day, then it'll give me an indication that when I am feeling not so great, I don't do my habits. And so then I got to go and, go back to this and go, when you don't feel great, make sure you're looking after yourself. So that's the future log. And that's July to December. I got to go and decorate this. I've already outlined December, and I've put some sticky note flags for important dates. So this is where I'm going to write down important tasks, activities, appointments, bills to pay, occasions, because this is where my, I guess you would say, catch-all planner. And so this is where I'm going to do that. I added the square line design, monthly tabs. So the side ones are for the daily pages, okay? So there's February, March, April. The top tabs are for the months. So December, January, February, March. So then I've also added the top tabs, and it fitted beautifully, fitted perfectly from December to December. And then the side tabs from January to February, and then I'll add some other stickers if I do use it for other things. So monthly, that's nice and easy. The daily page. Okay, so what I've done here, there's a couple of pages that are blank. So I have created printables that you can go print and cut to size, and then either glue or washi tape down. So I have my wheel of life goals. So even though I create goals for every month, I wanted to sort of visualize what my 2026, what I would want it to look like. What would I want my mental well-being to look like? So I have a North Star. So it's not going to be, it may change along the way, but it's a great way for me to go, all right, I want to be intentional. This is where the destination I would like to go. So really, the destination or the goals is just so then you're not working towards a wrong goal. But then it's your day-to-day actions and day-to-day habits that will help lead you there or make your way that way. So it's not about what do they say, the destination, but the journey. So I've got the wheel of life. So let me show you what that looks like when I did it for 2024. Actually, I didn't, because I probably had my other planner, but I will go and put something there. But the habit tracker, because the Hobonichi A5 does not have a habit tracker the same way that I am used to, I've created a printable for that as well. And so I've just glued it down. And so this is the habit tracker that I have used in my A5 for, for a number of years. Even in my bullet journal, this is how I habit track. So all the different habits and routines that I do for the day that helps ground those 7 key areas. So that's what I've got there. So this is for December. So I'll put December there. And this is for January. And then how am I going to use my daily page? So I've been watching some of the Coffee Monsters, Cozy Helens, and I'm going, oh, do I want to use this for my daily planning instead of my A5? And then I went, no, because it's too big a space, and you're not going to fill it up. This is just the right size for my daily planning, because then I won't commit to too many things. It's just has enough space for my top 3 priorities and my, other tasks I would like to do. Hello, Erica. Good morning. Happy Sunday, Plannerettes. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. That's so nice of you to join. Okay, so I think I started the 2024 as a daily planning. So same thing, as you can see, it's just sort of like mirroring what it is in my original. Okay, so the time blocking, top 3 priorities, other tasks, but see how there's such a big space? I felt like I had to fill it in with tasks. And then that's where my overwhelm came in, because then if I didn't action it, then I feel like I've failed for the day. And so I just felt like I had to keep adding more stuff. But I mean, it looks great. I love it, but I know I won't be able to keep it up. Or for those times where I may not have a lot of things to do, it's going to sit blank. And so, but if you do have an A5 and you do want to use your Hobonichi Cousin for daily planning, this is the setup I have. Your time blocking, how you feel, maybe a little positive affirmation, your top 3 priorities, your other tasks, and then a nice little framed little note doodle for anything else. And then of course you can add stickers and washi tapes and everything else, stamping. Okay, so I did that for a while. Even I put a photo of my vision board that I created in my right. So hey, was doing well. Photos starting to have blank white spaces, which is fine. Okay, but I know me. I know sometimes I have to fill that in. So here I didn't do anything. So I just created little frames, which looks good. You know, it's not, doesn't seem like it's I had a nice lunch date with a friend, stamping. Okay, so this was how I was using the daily pages in A5. Yes, Erica, I love MacGyver. My bros nickname me that because they say that my style is Swiss Army knife type. Lol, and love Knight Rider. I had the same theme song as my ringer for well, probably that's the wrong one, but I can hear it. Yeah, we were talking about 80s girl. Because then I purchased myself a nice little pin, best of the 1980s. So, and I was talking about how I was MacGyvering a lot of my planner pages before moving into, and then we got into the different shows: Knight Rider, Kit, Wonder Woman, and Greatest American Hero. Remember, Believe It or Not? Oh, love that show, love it. Hello, Ronnie Cat. Yes, coffee, paper. Yep, so your coffee, paper clip, planner and pages, and you can MacGyver anything. I love it. I love it, Erica. Yes, so love the 80s. Okay, so that's how I did it. Look, when you flip through these pages, I go, maybe I want to use the Hobonichi for my daily planning. I just know I won't be able to keep up with it, or I will give myself too many tasks. And the last thing I want when my mind is anxious, when I get low moments, or I'm in I feel like I'm in a transitional period at the moment. I want to change things up a little bit, not too drastic, but enough to just shake things up a bit. And I know if I have such big space, I'm going to be putting more tasks and putting more pressure on myself, but they do look nice. I even did like a little mood log, how I felt in the morning, mid-afternoon, in the evening. And so I think a big space for my daily planning, it's not something I will be able to keep up with. And then look, mid-February, what did I say about how studies have shown those who make new commitments or new goals or new Year's resolution, by mid-February, beginning of March, you drop off and fall off the wagon. So in February, I think I started looking at, I know, this is when I bought the Hobonichi Cousin, because I went, this is too big a space. I'll do the daily in the smaller size, original. So then I started journaling instead. And then I went, I actually like the journaling in this way. And then so this is how I'm going to use my Hobonichi Cousin for 2026, is journaling. So I'm liking this. I'll get to use different ink, different fountain pens. Even if I miss a day, I'll go highlight every second line so it's still pop of color. Okay, use it for notes. Go back, use different colors. of gel pens. So many like lovely things. Use markers to make the what I'm talking about, you know, silencing the inner critic. Look at me, you know, my head is just full of naysayers and negative Nellies, self-care. Okay, so this is how think I am going to use my Hobonichi Cousin for 2026 is journaling just like in this manner. Okay, so I think that's it. So when does this start? It starts in the beginning of January. I cannot wait. So what does one do? MacGyver or hack into your previous one. So let's have a look. So I've got two separate booklets here. So what I did, I ripped off, where is it? Where did I rip off? I think at the end. At the end? Can't even remember. You can't even see where I ripped it off. I know I only had one Hobonichi Cousin. Okay. I don't know. Maybe. All right. So the last pages for I think these are all from 2024. So the dates and the months, the dates and the day of the week are all not the same. But I just covered it. I covered it with the black marker, Tombow Fudenosuke. Did that, used the Pentel matte shop gel pens. And then yay, Ronnie Cat. I watched The Greatest American Hero on Prime. Oh, I might have to look up some of the old TV shows and just, yeah, the nostalgia. I love it. If people would do a sticker set for those shows, I would totally love to do those as monthly spreads. That is a good idea. Because I might go and do Wonder Woman, Knight Rider, Greatest American Hero. Like, no, the MacGyver I watched when I was already here, but I don't think I watched it religiously. I only watched it and remember it because, you know, of his tenacity and being able to make something from paperclip. So for the daily pages, I already started. I hacked into my old pages, and then what I did, I ripped it off, glued it together. I wash it like I stapled it together, as you can see. Okay, got myself a printed cardstock as the cover page. I got a nice rose gold washi tape to use as a binder so that it makes it a little bit pretty. Goes nicely. I didn't realize, but it goes nicely with the cover of this one. So I've already started. I started November 15th, 17th, 18th. Look, I don't fill it up each day. That's okay. I mean, look, that in itself is so nice. Even if I don't go back and use this page, maybe I can go and put photos later. I don't know. Stickers, photos, put the time on there. Look, sometimes here, November 19th, it's 4:26 a.m. on Thursday, November 20th. So catching up, you know, backfill it. November, look, the glue here is a bit sticky. That's okay. Put some stickers. Again, colorful. So if you ever have any blank pages on your planner, just color, highlight every second line, put a frame on it, put a little cute little peg embellishment, and then that's it. And then this is where it's today. So I'm going to start journaling. Like I said, I've got my journal prompt card. So this will help me figure out what do I want to journal today if I can't think of one. So, yeah, I think this is the one I did today. Today I want to feel. So that's what I have. Today's journal prompt. Today I want to feel. Today I want to feel good and trust the process. Okay, and then it's being kind, talking to myself with kindness. Or if I am worrying, doing a worry brain dump or a feelings brain dump. Okay, so let's have a look. And then that goes on until December 31st. I'll make sure to glue that down. I got myself this rubber one from my A5 Traveler's Notebook because the other thing that's part of the Hobonichi Cousin is the weekly layout. Okay, and again, this doesn't start until, when does it start? It doesn't start until the 29th. Is that right? Oh no, here we go. When does it start? December to January. This week, 29th. All right, so yeah, it doesn't start until the last week of December. I cannot wait that long. Let's have a look. Let's check the chart. Let's check the chart. Boy, just highlighting every other line with a mild line. It changes the look, yes, of the page so much. I would never thought of that. But isn't it funny how just the little things, it was just, oh, where are we? Let's go back to the, let's go back to my desk. The little things, where is it? Yeah, right? I mean, this one, I took notes. And so I went back and did some, you know, like just a space like that. And then put a sticker or put a stamp. And then even highlighting to create shadow or shading. And where's some of the other big pages that I was looking at? So yeah, highlight, and here we go. Okay, look at that. Look at that one. So even that, I didn't even create a border around it. And then just washi tape. So yes, it doesn't have to be just your big pages. You can go and do that with your little pages like this one. Like this one. Okay, where is it? Like that one. Okay, so instead of trying to fill that space with more things to do, you can just go do that and or put a nice little quote on it as well. So this doesn't start, the weekly spread in the Hobonichi A5 doesn't start until the 29th of December. So is that right? Yes. So what do I need to do? I've got to go fix this. I go and went and pick the other one, pick the other ones off. And so I've already actually did the spread for this week. So you've seen me use this spread, and I actually created a printable. So even if you don't have a printable download, whoops, let's have a look. Whoops. If you don't have the Hobonichi, I think this is the printable, the small grid. Remember how I was showing that last week? So this weekly spread. So if you wanted to have a similar layout, but you don't have a Hobonichi A5, like in the chat right now, you can then purchase the printable for your A5, and then it already has the framing. Okay, so that's how it would look like. So those are the one that you can create all these different layouts. So instead of trying to go and count the number of lines to make the different layouts, in the printable, I have it already pre-framed. So all you got to do is go with your gel pens or your felt tip pen and then create the different layouts. So you don't have to have the Hobonichi Cousin to be able to create the spread that I am using, like this one. Okay, so I've already created for the week. So because I don't use my day is not set like there's a 9 to 5 or that I have to do certain work. When I try to do it as a time blocking, because the Hobonichi has see how it's got the appointment times on there. Here it is. You can see it there. I don't use it that way. I tried to, but it didn't work for me. So I use the rest of the bottom half of the spread with my running to-do list and notes section, my workout, my focus areas. So for that 7 key areas of focus based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life. On the side, I've got my habit tracker, the number of skips. Oh, I already did my 100 skips this morning. Already skipped. And then at the top, I have the weather. So that's where this weather sticker comes in. Okay, oops. So then I can do the weather, because of course knowing the weather will help you plan as well. And I know when a storm is going to be coming up or it's going to start to rain, it does affect my young one, Zach, who's on the autism spectrum, because he has sensory processing issues when it comes to the rain, whether it's the feel in the air or, you know, the cars driving over the wet road, and of course thunder as well. He gets really anxious because he's unable to anticipate what's going to come, or the different noise, and he can't filter all those things all going on at once. And even like the air, right, when it's stormy, the air is different. So the weather is going to help us prepare and be proactive when it comes to planning his homeschooling days. Because then, you know, if it's raining and stormy, then we won't, our homeschool lesson won't be too much. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2. So that's why it's important for us to have the weather. And of course, for my son who used to, you know, go to school outside of the home, you knowing what the weather will be like. So I can go, hey, bring an umbrella. If it's cold, you know, bring your jacket or your jumper. And then here I will just put my top priorities or any known appointments and time. So that is how I'm going to use the weekly spread. So let me just show you an example of how I did it back in 2024. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be using it. Right, so my running to-do list, my areas of focus, workout, some habits on there. And then this is a great opportunity for me to use my washi tapes and everything. Let's quickly have a look. Let's check. Woohoo! Let me check chat. Ronnie Cat, Erica, you just made me think of different era for each month sticker spread, like the 60s and 90s. Oh, I love that. You see, this is what I mean about making sure we are active in the chat, because we can inspire each other. You can inspire me, I can inspire. I love that. See, and then hearing someone else talk something out or type something out will trigger something for you. Oh, I love that, Ronnie Cat, that you were, Erica was able to do that. Yes, it made me think, if I had that spread, I'd reach for my planner morning and night. Yes, wouldn't we? That's a great idea. Maybe we can start a little movement of 80s, 60s, 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I love that. I'd also need a monthly sticker spread for Golden Girls. Yes, I love the Golden Girls. Maybe even break it down for each of the 4 Golden Girls, one for each month. I love that idea. Cheryl, how are you? Nice to see you. Cheryl, let me know, is this your first time? I'm sure you would have popped in before, but if not, welcome. Yeah, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Great idea. I love it. Hi, Cheryl. So excited. Yes, so isn't it fun? Something to, like, just us hanging around, evoke these new ideas. And this is what community is all about. This is why we hang out with each other. Certain little nuances, certain little things that you see visually or you read is the thing that can spark new joy. And so yes, if you know, Erica says, well, if I have that in my planner, I'm going to be reaching for my planner more often and filling it out. I love it. So this is how I'm going to use my Hobonichi Cousin weekly spread in this manner. So I won't use it in the time blocking way, but I will use it in this layout. So if you don't have a Hobonichi and you do want to do this and you use an A5, I have created printable download with pre-framed, and so you just got to trace it and then you can plan along with me. I love this spread here, just the color, you know, and I, you know, base my colorways on the washi tape that I am using. All right, so what else is in here? So again, we talked about you can put a habit tracker in there, and habit tracker, and final one is, I think that's it. Yeah, so this is how I'm going to journal everything. You know what I realized? I'm less likely to decorate because 50% of the time I use my planner at the office, and I don't want people ask me about my spread. It makes me feel naked for some reason. Then you might have to have two planners and one for home. And yeah, I know that too when I did bullet journaling. Um, I had my bullet journal, and which I also wrote down, my appointments and calls. And because I had stickers and washi tape, someone went, "Oh, let me see," and then, "Oh, can I have a look?" And then they started flipping through my plan. I went, "No, yeah, I now, yeah, I know what you mean about feeling naked." It's like, no, that's my stuff. It's like, so yeah, I think I stopped bullet journaling, or I had just my normal, diary for my work stuff. So yeah, maybe you have to have a separate one for just you planner, and then just get, one for your work that's just a nice and plain one. So then that way, you won't be revealing too much about yourself. So there you go. So that realize that, yeah, you probably use the planner for one thing only. Use one planner for multiple things, and then one will stop you from being creative. So that's that one. So that is, I think that's it for the Hobonichi Cousin. And at the back, there's not a lot of space. Oh, yes. Oh, of course, at the back, I've got my future log. Because I don't decorate my monthly calendar ahead of time, because I don't know what pens I'm going to use. I don't know what ink I'm going to use. I have the future log here. So again, this is a printout. You can print, cut to size, and then stick in your Hobonichi Cousin. So it's just anything that comes up, like, for example, my Headspace app for my meditation is going to come up for renewal on the 11th of January. So instead of putting that in the 11th of January, any new things that come along, I write it down here. And then I put a little dot on which month it's for, and then put a little, dot marker and the date. And so that way, when I'm ready to plan for the new month, let's say I'm planning for, what's this? June. For June, I will look at my future log, have a look at all the things, the little dots that's under June, and then migrate those information. So I have this future log. I also had this, do I have this future log in normal A5? I think I do, but I have that there, and I've got a few of them. So then that way I won't be running out of space. Now, some of you might go, "Oh, Marianne, you love yourself a little bit, don't you?" The reason why I have these pictures of me, this was back in 2017. I'm hoping that this will inspire me, work out and lose weight, because this time in 2016, my mum and I started doing boot camp workouts with a group at the park 3 days a week, and we lost a lot of weight. So this is me when I was starting to exercise. I'm hoping it's going to inspire me to go, "Marianne, if you want to exercise and work out, this is what you could look like again." Maybe not, sometimes when you get older, it's harder to go and lose the belly fat, and I'm going through perimenopause, but that's why I have it there. So it's not as if I'm like, "Oh God, she loves herself too much." Here in Australia, we call it lovo. You're such a lovo, as in you love yourself. Is that a trait of a narcissistic person? I don't know. But the reason why I have that is hopefully to inspire me to fit into my clothes again, or at least be healthy. If not skinny, healthy. Okay, so that's why it's there, to help inspire me. And again, this is the page keeper that I have on there, and then I just keep that there. This is just a printed cardstock, and so that keeps it closed. All right, what do we think? So that's a nice flip through. Oops, let me put back. I'm going to put back my little MacGyver pages for the weekly, and my MacGyver pages for my journaling, because this one doesn't start until 1st of January. That lives in there. I can go and do that. And then I have my Hobonichi original. Where is that page? Okay, because this page doesn't start until 1st of January. This is my little hack of tearing out pages from an old one, and I've just started my daily pages there. So that goes in there. That fits beautifully. Let me just put everything back, and then so then that way my desk is nice and clear. So we're now 2 hours in. Hopefully you're still all here. I'll make sure I do a timestamp, or even like maybe break down this video so then it's not so long. But just while, if you're still here, let me just go and decorate my Hobonichi Weeks. Let's have a look. Home planner can be your fun planner then. Yes, that's right. So then that way no busybodies is looking at your planner and looking at what stuff you're doing. Okay. So this is my, it's nothing wrong with looking at where you used to be to inspire you to work harder to even be better than before. Thank you, Ronnie Cat. Yes. And it's, yeah, it's, that's originally actually how I started my Instagram was, you know, my outfits of the day. That's why I was taking, because when I used to work outside of the home and, you know, my outfit for work, that's how my original, my Instagram page that's right now, Mariane Cresp, started, was outfits of the day. And then I got into planning, and then we got into homeschooling my younger son, and then all that stuff. So that's how it started. But this is my Filofax pocket organizer in original in the color Midnight. And this is where I'm starting to print again some of my stickers. So this is Square Lime Design, and I've got Keener print stickers in there. I use my silhouette cutting machine, but the Square Lime Design has stickers for Hobonichi Weeks. So, which fits nicely onto the sections. So instead of having it just plain, I'm just going to go and add that. So then there's a little bit of color onto my Hobonichi Weeks mood log spread. So this spread, like I said, is my, I journal in the morning, how I feel. So here is how I feel and why I feel that way. So remember, your mood is neither good nor bad. It is just an indication or a signal or a message. You're feeling that way because of what's happened, you know, at work, at home, with your kids, or what someone might have said to you. And it is valid. You know, it's just like if you stub your toe on the corner of your bedside table and then you're in pain and you cry, you don't say to yourself, oh, come on, don't be a wuss, you know. Well, I'm sure the older generation would have told us that, where don't cry, stop being a wuss, right? And that's probably where a lot of us get our anxieties, because we bottled it in, because we're not supposed to show emotions. And so our emotions are just our natural's our body and our mind's reaction for what's happening around us. But it's noting it down and making sure, why am I feeling that way? Oh, I'm feeling sad because, you know, something sad happened. Or I'm feeling excited because, you know, my kids are doing well at school, or I got the promotion that I've been wanting. Or I'm feeling frustrated because, you know, work-wise, my boss is not recognizing the work that I do. Okay, so what do you do then once you have acknowledged your feeling or your mood? This helps you plan your day a lot better, because if you are feeling a little bit frustrated, if you are feeling a little bit sad, I mean, it's good, you know, don't dismiss them. It's important that we acknowledge them. And if sometimes, you know, we just have to sit with it for a moment, that's good as well. Okay, so if you need to sit on the couch for a while and eat your ice cream, but it's important that, you know, it doesn't freeze you, that it doesn't create anxiety or further disruption in your day. Okay, so it's okay to to sit with your emotions for a little bit. But if it's freezing you and it's not letting you function properly, and you're not eating healthily, or your relationship is not working out well, or you're missing work, or you're making yourself sick, then this is when you have to go to yourself. All right, on here, what I write is, what is it that I can do today to make myself feel better? So if you're having a good day, what else can I do to make myself feel better? And then that way you will tackle your day in a responding way rather than a reactive way. So there we go. So I just used, in the Hobonichi Weeks digital stickers, she has skinny washy stickers there for the top, and then wider stickers for the bottom. So if you wanted to cover the quotes that's on there, the also the days of the week, and then has this one. This theme of this one is, it's not Polaroid, it's not pastel. I think, I can't remember, but yeah. So if you go to Christina's Etsy page, Square Lime Designs, there's a section where it says Hobonichi Weeks, and she has different themed. So this one was, I think I mixed and matched some of them. There's some that's clouds, there's some that's pastel, there's some that's Polaroid. Okay, let's have a look. And then I just picked maybe here. Okay, so that's how I've decorated that. I started thinking of my feelings like a weather pattern. Exactly. So if you know it's gonna rain, I love this, Erica. This is a great moment to talk about it. Okay, so the weather. If you know it's going to rain, you're going to put an umbrella in your bag, or make sure there's an umbrella in your car. If you know it's going to be cold, you're going to bring a jacket, or bring your mittens, or your gloves, or your hat, your beanie, or your scarf. It's going to be really, really cold or freezing. Yes? You anticipate what you need for the weather. The mood logging is the same way. If you know you are going to be feeling, let's have a look. I'm talking and decorating at the same time. So if you know that you are going to be, it's a sad day. Okay, so an example for me, at the end of last month, my brother-in-law passed away. Okay, so my husband is the youngest of 10. So he was ill for a couple of years. And so, that's going to affect us, right? So it's important that, let's say you go to work and then something like that happens, or something, you had a frustrating morning with your kids, and then you go to work. And so instead of just going through the motion, if you log your mood, you go, all right, I'm angry today. So what do I need to do? I need to make sure, before I tackle an email, before I speak to a colleague, while I'm driving on the road, that I take a deep breath, or I will make sure that I will take my lunch outside of work, or sit outside at the park if it's a nice day. Yes, I love that. Think of your mood like it is a weather pattern. Exactly right, Erica. I love that. Oh, there you go. If it rains, an umbrella and wear a raincoat. Hence, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. Do certain things over yesterday's routine. Yes. Yesterday, I was fiery, so I knew not to engage so much. Lol, it helps me be less judgmental of myself. Yes, because you are aware. You have given yourself an opportunity to be intentional, because you know what's coming up. Now, we know the weather forecast is not always right, yeah? So then you might be having, it's like a great day, and then someone says something that just sets you off. But then what happens is, right, so you may not have planned for that, but when you build your resilience, when you build your how you manage your mood muscle, then you could go, okay, I am angry. I know not to, not to go and maybe talk to the person that will set me off. If there is a person at work that just sets you off, you just go, I'm going to stay away from that person because I wouldn't want to say anything that's going to get me fired. Right? So, exactly. I love that. And yes, not be judgmental of yourself and give yourself that kindness and go, same way. Just the same way that if we, remember how I said if you stub your toe or if you strain your ankle, okay, what do? You put your feet up. You're not going to put pressure on it. You're not going to walk on it. It's the same way when it comes to our emotion. And then, of course, it's not just for the less desirable emotions. If you're feeling happy, I'm going to continue that by making sure I smile at everyone. I say thank you to the person at the cashier. I am mindful to that if someone else is having a bad day, that I will not take it personally. Okay, so that is why one of the things that I have found that's been helpful is mood logging, because like I said, I am quick to temper. And I used to actually spend, either the whole day or most of the day when I'm cranky, not talking to anyone. And I did change my way when I had the babies, because I went, imagine that, spending my whole afternoon being a cranky puss, not talking to my husband. And 24, let me just do this, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Excellent. All right, so that's what it is. So let me have a look. I need constant practice and studying on how to not take things personally. And you know what? It takes time. If you're like me, I took, with my self-doubt and my limiting beliefs, I built that habit for 20 to 30 years of being critical. So just imagine how many years you have been taking things personally. So it's going to take a long time to, reframe it. So don't be too hard on yourself if it's like, oh, I took something personally again today. So really important that you show yourself kindness and grace and go, it took me a while to build this habit. It's going to take me a while to reframe. Not so much break it, because actually they say that once you have built a certain habit, it's hard to break. What we need to do is replace it and reframe it. Okay, so I've used up that little sticker thing for my square lime designs. All the details are in the description below. So there's square lime design, the Kina print stickers. I put a ideas list of the Hobonichi planners that I'm using for 2026. So I'll try and make sure to go and either do a timestamp or, for this long, 2 hours, 2.5 hours of thing, or maybe break it down. I'll see again. I'm going to show myself some kindness and compassion and not be too hard on myself, because editing actually takes so long to do for me, because I am picky, I'm critical, I want to take the ums and ahs out and all the boo-boos and my mistakes and the and so there you go, right? And that I would normally take that off. But what I'll do on here, so I'll put my mood graph just like this one. Okay, so my mood, my meds tracker, because it's easier for me to remember to take my medicine when I'm doing my mood logging, because it's just next to me. But I've also made a little note here to add my blood pressure measurement. So I want to also do another little habit tracker here to measure my blood pressure. So I've got the my home kit here, just so that I'm keeping an eye on my blood pressure, that even though I'm taking medication for it, that I'm not not going eating too many salty things, and I'm looking after myself. So that's how I'm going to use that. So there we are. That was last week. last week, at the beginning of the week, I said, yes, I can do it. Tuesday, I had low energy. Wednesday, I felt good. And then I spent most of the second half of the week doing these planning sessions. All right, so Hobonichi Weeks for my mood logging. Hobonichi Original for my daily planning. And then Hobonichi A5 for my weekly spread and my journaling. And I did my why is that not sticking right? Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. All right, my Hobonichi Cousin for my journaling. And then I will be excited to start that and not waiting for the new year. Now, I want to know from you, what part of your current planner system, or if you've already purchased your planners for 2026, what part of your planner setup are you most excited for next year? Well, we got some ideas today about, creating visuals or trackers for watching the 80s movies that were part of our young childhood. So I'm actually excited about that. So let me know, what part of your planner setup are you most excited to bring into the new year, which you can start when? Right now. You don't have to wait until the new year. Now, remember, if you liked anything that you saw or the ideas, or you've enjoyed your time, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with any planners. They don't have to be Hobonichi planners, because even here we got some ideas to use for whatever system we have. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. So let's fill up the screen with our warm wishes for each other, as well as what part of your planner setup are you most excited for next year. So that is my Hobonichi lineup for 2026, A5, Original, and Weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and make sure to say hello in the comment section as well if you are watching on replay. And if you made it this far, big hugs to you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And make sure you have a good afternoon, evening, and a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Keep an eye out for more things coming up. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.